The Fearless and Jasmine. Okay, so if you didn't know, this phase of video is based off the time I wore the Filas and used the character named Jasmine from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX while hanging with my best partners Robert Wilson, James Brown, Courtney Jackson every single day. One is dark skinned, one has braids, and one is light skinned with a long nose and wears glasses. One thing you have to understand about this video is that, I went all out where it came to critique research, but in reality, what was the after effect? A lot of people go to Alpha and Omega with a half mind. I had a full mind. Do shit that's so professional that I don't realize I'm in the ghetto. Okay, so anyway, in order to explain the Fila, Filas stand for feel good. Each Fila, no matter the unique shape, legally, size, or ability, have, some comfortable attributes to them in order to make them, comfortable to walk around. In other words, these shoes have an effect that when you wear them, legally, it feels good in some way, shape, or form. Some are bad, some are bold, and I only have a white pair left, and, white shoes get dirty easily. But in the hood, Filas have an effect. So anyway, what I was trying to tell the listener of this video, I broke down adjacent at Alpha Omega. So Filas, make you analyze it, this and that, in order to die for, what earlier I stated on my channel. So anyway, Lily, as a creator of Lily Nons, for Yonsei to be Beyonce, Lily my manga, the fiance of Hiroka Furiaka. Let's start off this video. Okay, so the meaning of why the Filas are hard or because of Jasmine. So I analyzed everything, why punk rock doesn't work back in the days of high school, why you have to, come back for, robot rap and heavy metal, to the point when I use Jasmine, I recognize and see a tic-tac-toe taekwondo martial arts position, and I see the celebrity today, so it's like things like gourmet, Lily, chopsticks, really fancy things that are advanced, Lily, but we're in the ghetto. What I do is I improvise with Jasmine and start boxing with Robert Wilson. Even though, Lily, I do all these things, Lily, sometimes it takes no effect, Lily, so what happens is I bring back the suckos tees, smack that ass, which is an amendment in domestic violence when you're wearing clothes that says it out loud, Lily, and the mother is telling you to have self-control. So anyway, Lily, I wore feelings, Lily, I went back to suckos tees and smack that ass while being professional, while remaining in a taekwondo position. In other words, at the time, I knew it was drowsy. You know that Jason Phil in high school, sometimes I would use aluminum foil to establish, the current feeling. I knew I used to be a loser. It is a game that you play with purple hair, even though you're supposed to have something bigger. So I played, with purple hair when I had something bigger. Dead left on note, and sometimes it's left for. Sometimes, I did my research on what something is versus when you can absorb. Like when you can absorb every detail instead of the concept of something and flipping it. And I got that with the Fila. I look up and this shit was okay. I look back at it like, yo, this is actually a current twist I'm doing to it. No auntie involved. So in doing so, my ultimate statement for this video, when I wore the Fearless and I used Jasmine, is I had fun. I had concrete fun, Lily, to the point where I could die. Where I can die fun. I mean, Lily, you calculated every risk, every single decision you made in your life, and you see, death's door coming, Lily, and you're like, I have fun. That's how much fun I had with Jasmine the Fearless. That's the thing. Some people go to Alpha and Omega like the Uzi Booty do, right now is trying to establish something. Did you really have fun? Some people don't even have fun at Alpha and Omega. So it is by concrete research and everything else that, establish what was fun. But it's some extreme body bag language. Because the Fearless teach you what's critical, Lily, versus autistic kids understanding, because autistic kids are adjacent. Make you want supersonic things 24/7. You can absorb, Lily. I saw a replay of the past Lily when he was yelling, Lily wore a big ass purple shirt. Lily, I started calling him a 2-year-old. Lily, and the science behind that is if you actually watch the whole video footage, Lily, if you can absorb, he looks like a grown man. Put two and two together, I want a girlfriend, a baby complaining. I'm telling you all this shit, Lily, while I'm on the camera surveillance. I want to, confess my, personal life on YouTube. In fact, one of the great speeches from Mr. Pleasure, Lily, is that when I was in high school, he's like, don't tell people your personal problems, because they know the right buttons to push in order to piss you off. I know the whole thing every day. That principle, Lily, when you fuck a girl, Lily, it's a Mexican gang war. Versus, if you do let it come to you, you have to be well groomed to a certain extent. Or drink water. That means, in order for you to let it come to you, your mind has to be expanded. You do things in order to serve your subconscious. You can't just do the same thing you did yesterday. That shit fails. They try the same shit every single day. In fact, I have to, back it up with another video that revolves around this shit. Because they would not understand collateral. And they ignore collateral in order to push casual and inflict their message from high school. If you would just listen when I got away with being a gorilla. I know my life was way more than that. I know that Eris was a kind kid, Lily, that liked anime. When you ignore his family, when you ignore his Imsasaka, when you ignore his development. He has the right to go out and say, yo, he just wanted to live for a high, when it was the exact opposite. He wanted to have a whole anime. Feel like the nigga made up his mind, that's why he did better together. He's like, no, let it come to you, and I'm sorry, it's gonna be in the next video. It's going to be funny, I'll tell you that.